Welcome to my channel where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. There have been calls on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to ban sports betting, claiming that banning it will help to boost the dwindling fortune of the Naira. Now, why do I have to make this video? I have to make this video because it was Reno Omokri who was selling this idea. And why is it important that it's addressed before they go ahead to ban sports betting, believing that that is where the solution to the dwindling fortune of the Naira lies? It is because Reno Omokri is somebody who has access to the present administration, even though he had been one of the vitriolic critics of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu during the campaign, but he has turned 360 degrees in support of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And the last time he was in Nigeria, he made sure that the whole country is aware that he had access to the government with the picture of him with the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu. And in fact, since that picture with Nuhu Ribadu, Reno Omokri has gone ballistics in the expression of his support for the Tinubu administration and for his attacks on perceived opponents of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, one of the claims that he has made, and people keep on making, especially, is that the average Nigerian spend $15 daily on bets. And this information, they got it from National Lottery Trust Fund. And that is absolute rubbish. Now, $15 a day, if that is what an average Nigerian spends on pool betting or sports betting, if you times it by the present rate of the Naira, that should be almost 18,000 Naira daily. If this figure is true, that the average Nigeria can spare 18,000 Naira daily to do pool betting, then Nigeria would not have been in the sorry state that it is and being recognized as the poverty capital of the world. Now let us go ahead and look at the suggestion by Reno Omokri, which in my thinking was absolute rubbish in terms of addressing the issue of the poor state of the Naira in comparison to other African currencies and the international currencies around the world. Now, Reno Omokri has urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to, through the Nigerian Communication Commission, ban sports betting apps in the country. Omokri claimed that about $1 billion is spent on gambling daily in the country, adding that the Naira cannot be sustained with such an amount leaving the country daily to countries like Russia and South Africa. Now, this is what Reno wrote. Now, before I go into that, if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, Reno Omokri wrote, he said, President Tinubu can immediately improve the economic conditions of most Nigerians and make the Naira grow by issuing an executive order authorizing the Nigerian Communication Commission to ban sports betting apps from the App Store of any GSM internet service provider in Nigeria and revoking the licenses of any physical sports betting operators in Nigeria. It makes better sense than Buhari's draconian #Twitter ban. There is such an epidemic of gambling in Nigeria, and it is destroying Nigerian youths. $1 billion is spent on gambling daily in Nigeria, according to the National Lottery Trust Fund. Please fact check me, and they will see that I will fact check him in this video with this claim by the National Lottery Trust Fund. He said, please fact check me. Let's continue with Omokri's claim. He said the average Nigerian spend $15 daily on sports betting and other types of gambling, with the vast majority of the amount leaving our economy and going to places like Russia, South Africa, and Europe. The Naira can never sustain its rally under such circumstances. This is scary. How much is our GDP that we are piecing it away like that? More money is leaving Nigeria through gambling than is coming in. Buhari was thoroughly useless in that he was anti-intellectual who was led by the nose by the former recharge card seller turned overnight billionaire nephew, Tunde Sabiu. But Tinubu is an accountant. He must know that this parasitic economic sabotage will destroy Nigeria if left unchecked. A lot of the petty crime in Nigeria is caused by the youths seeking money and by any means to fund their gambling habit. It will be irresponsible for a first-class accountant like Tinubu not to act on such a matter as threatening to our national security as this gambling epidemic. You can see how patronizing this post by Reno Omokri is. He was patronizing Tinubu as a first-class accountant. The same Tinubu that Reno Omokri's principal during the election. Reno Omokri was one of the spokespersons of Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, who went to court to challenge the certificate that Tinubu was parading about and to challenge the certificate that Tinubu submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission, claiming that it was forged and a fraudulent certificate. And Atiku went all the way to Chicago to get evidence, which unfortunately was thrown out by the Supreme Court, not because of its substance, but because the court itself was not interested in looking into that matter. Now, this is the same person that is patronizing Tinubu, that is a first-class accountant. Okay. Despite all the revelations by that findings by Atiku Abubakar from Chicago State University, which cast a lot of doubts even on the admission requirements with which Bola Ahmed Tinubu used in entering at Chicago State University. Because don't forget that one of the claims of Tinubu was that he passed out from Government College, Lagos, which was not in existence as at the time he claimed he passed out from it, and paraded a certificate from it with which he used in gaining admission in the United States. Everybody can see, so there is some public domain, the documents that Atiku Abubakar forced Chicago State University to release. But this is the person that Reno Omokri is praising to high heavens. Somebody that his principal, Atiku Abubakar, have questioned his academic credentials. So he is patronizing the man and saying he should wade into the matter of gambling in Nigeria. And as I say, it shouldn't be surprise to anyone, because the last time Reno Omokri was in Nigeria, there were pictures of him with Nuhu Ribadu, the National Security Advisor, which invariably means that Reno Omokri, I will not be surprised if he is working for the government right now, because most of his posts tend to be pro-government in recent times, and to send acerbic attacks against perceived opponents of the government. Now, Reno Omokri said that he should be fact-checked. Now, the claim by the National Lottery Trust Fund that 1 billion is spent on gambling in Nigeria is spurious. It's totally false. Now, when the National Lottery Commission appeared before the National Assembly Committee over this matter of spurious claims by National Lottery Commission, the National Lottery Commission challenged the National Lottery Trust Fund to come and explain how he was able to arrive at a figure, the kind of figures he throws around. Okay, what is the issue here? That they are trying to claim that the National Lottery Commission has so much money, they can generate so much money, so they have to bandy a large figure that will make the National Assembly to demand more from the uh, um, National Lottery Commission in terms of return to the government. This is basically an attempt by the Tinubu administration, as he's clutching to get some money and is not doing enough, even in self-discipline, in trying to reduce cost. They are looking for agencies they think has a lot of money. Now, this National Lottery Trust Fund made this claim, but this claim cannot be justified because it is not based on any empirical facts. Because the truth of the matter remains that if the average Nigerian could spend $15 a day, about 18,000 naira, which is almost more than half the minimum wage of Nigeria on a daily basis, then Nigeria will not be classified as the poverty capital of the world that it is today. Nigeria will not be having the highest poverty rate that it has ever had in its history as we are having it right now. So it is a spurious claim. It doesn't hold water at all. And anybody relying on it to ban sports betting is just wasting his time. Now, I don't support sports betting or any betting at all. That's a personal lifestyle of people, but I don't even believe that the average Nigerian spends that amount on a daily basis. And there is this claim by the National Trust Fund that 65 million Nigerians. That's spurious. It's standing logic on its head that 16 million Nigerians on a daily basis engage in pool betting. It is not in a sports betting. It's a lie from the pit of hell. That is how people use statistics to deceive people and to show their own relevance when they are not relevant at all. Now, as I said, and as I keep on saying, it is false to make that claim. But I cannot rule out the fact that pool betting or sports betting could be addictive, like all gamblers. And if there's anything that could be done to help those who are involved in it, let it be done. But let us not accept that pool betting or sports betting is the reason why the Naira is the way it is. Now, before I go further on this, if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, to blame the youth for the poor state of the Naira vis-a-vis in respect to the to other international currencies to me, is a height of economic illiteracy. And blaming the youths for 1 billion leaving the country daily is not only laughable, it's an insanity to think that the youth of Nigeria have access to $1 billion that leaves their hands on a daily basis through sports betting. It's really ridiculous. But that is the way the kind of people that advise our leaders, that's the way they think. And they think that they have solutions to Nigeria's problem. The solution to the dwindling fortune of the Naira lies in the behavior of our leaders. It lies in the behavior of our leaders. According to The Economist magazine that was published in October 10, 2019, The Economist wrote that more than $1 billion seized from Mr. Abacha's bank account has been returned. And when Switzerland returned $500 million of Mr. Abacha's money to Nigeria, most of it disappeared again. What happened to the Abacha loot and the Abacha loot is symptomatic of the real cause of the dwindling situation of the Naira. Now, the same Economist in that same publication revealed that about 582 billion Naira has been stolen from Nigeria since independence in 1960. Now, and the same stealing of Nigerian money, the money owned by Nigerian people, is still ongoing since this publication was made by The Economist, and is still ongoing till date. The leaders of Nigeria, some of whom Reno Omokri rooted for, are responsible for the poor state of the Naira, and not the poor sports bettors who put in 100 Naira, 1,000 Naira here, or 2,000 Naira there, or 500 Naira there, in the hope of escaping from the poverty that politicians that Reno Omokri roots for had plunged them into. And their only hope of escape is gambling and prayers. So it is our leaders that are responsible for the poor state of the Naira. In fact, it is our leaders that should be blamed for the gambling epidemic, because they have turned Nigerian youths into poverty without hope, that they think that their only salvation is in gambling and in prayers. So if there is anybody to be blamed, both for gambling and for money, dollars, leaving this country, it is the leaders and not the youth at all. Not the youths. The youths are innocent in this issue of the Naira. In fact, their gambling habit is caused by the thieving leaders of Nigeria. In any case, those responsible for the poor state of the Naira, they are the Tinubu administration currently. The time of Buhari has passed. The time of Jonathan has passed. The time of Yaradua has passed. The time of Obasanjo has passed. Those responsible for the present state of the Naira is the Tinubu administration that Reno Omokri is working for, or being recruited to work for. They are the responsible, and not the Nigerian youths who can barely afford food to eat under the excruciating economic situation under the Tinubu administration. For example, the SUVs that was purchased for the lawmakers in the National Assembly, were they made in Nigeria? Were they bought with Naira so that the Naira could become strengthened and be saved? Was it not the dollars they used in buying them? What did they use in buying the SUVs for the National Assembly lawmakers? Why didn't the National Assembly lawmakers patronize Nigeria assembled vehicles like the Peugeot or Nigerian manufactured vehicles like Inosim Motors? If they are really serious, and if Reno Omokri is serious about saving the Naira, why didn't he advise Tinubu and his government to ensure that lawmakers are using Inosim-made vehicles for their constituency tours, for their oversight functions, since they say they need those vehicles to execute oversight function? Why did they have to import SUVs from Japan and elsewhere around the world? The SUVs for the office of the president that was budgeted for and spent for that office, are they made in Nigeria? Did they buy them with the Naira to help boost the Naira? What capital flight is much more than that? The SUVs for the office of the First Lady of Nigeria, an office that is not even recognized by the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria, are they made in Nigeria? Is it not the Tinubu government that has allowed the sale of forex at official rate to importers of rice, something that was banned amongst 47 other items by the Buhari administration in a bid to save the Naira? Tinubu has lifted the ban, and you are asking why the Naira is suffering or why the Naira is on low ebb. Instead of addressing the issues, you are looking for a scapegoat, and the scapegoat you could find are the struggling Nigerian youths, that they are the reason why the Naira is in such a sorry state. The same Tinubu that Reno Omokri was urging to ban gambling to save the Naira, where does he receive his medical treatment over the years? Is he not abroad? Does he spend Naira in getting those treatments? How does those medical tourism by Bola Ahmed Tinubu and people of his ilk, how does that boost the Naira? The truth of the matter remains that the real reason for the poor state of the Naira is corruption and insatiable lust for foreign goods and services by Nigerian leaders. Reno Omokri and the Tinubu administration should leave the poor gambling youths and others out of it. They are victims of the maladministration and corruption that has frittered away the resources of Nigeria and domiciled it in foreign bank accounts around the world. Their insatiable quest for foreign goods are the reason why Nigeria cannot produce and is a consuming nation. The man who promised to help Nigeria get out of this mess was Peter Obi. He had a blueprint and he presented it to Nigerians, and Nigerians accepted his blueprint, but he was rigged out in the election of 2023, and the country has continued to pay the price for allowing that rigging to be sustained. Thank you for watching this video, and if you are new to my channel and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, Anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.